This is Robin, and I'm just doing a quick demo of the Follow Me tool in SketchUp Make 2017. So I've downloaded SketchUp Make and installed it on my computer. So I'm going to open it up now. And every time you open it up, it comes up with this. So we don't want SketchUp Pro. Not going to mess around with the license. I want a simple template. I'll go into that one. Now I wonder if I can also open a recent file. It's not going to let me do that. I have to go through this process, start using SketchUp. Then I can go up here and go, I'm going to ignore that. Open recent and do the follow me demo. Okay, right. So now I'm into my file that I saved earlier. I'm going to look at a few different things in here using the follow me tool, which is this one. And on this program, I have already enabled large tool sets. If I get rid of that, I can go up to View Tool Palettes, and I can select Large Tool Set, and that gives me more controls up here rather than having to search for them all the time along there. Okay, there's other ones up there as well. I can, in that Tool Palettes, I can also select other tool palettes. I've got the sandbox one open at the side there, and advanced camera tools if you're looking at using that. Okay, so we'll leave that for now. So I'm going to pan around and have a look at this. Okay, and zoom out. Right, so here I have drawn a line which is going to be the pathway for my extrusion. So that's simply a polygon on the floor, and from the polygon I've drawn a line, an arc and another line to create a pathway. So I can extend that line if I want to make a longer pathway. I'm going to go from here, the line tool, click on the end, and I'm going to go back in that green. I clicked on the arrow to lock it to the green axis, and now I'm going to make that line there. And spacebar to get rid of that tool and revert back to the select tool. Now I'm going to do a small arc, 2-point arc here, to join these two lines in a curve. So I'm going to go from there over to there, and I've got tangent to the edge. Click on that. Click here again, make my tangent. Now I'm going to get rid of these two lines that I don't want because I wanted a nice curved corner for my path. Right, so now I have, zoom out, I've got a shape and I've got a line. So if I can just move that so that I don't have that donut in the way. Maybe I could delete that donut. Delete that donut. Get rid of him. Okay, that's easier. I can come back and show you how to do that later. So I'm going to select the line first of all, and that is all those parts. Okay, but I don't want that guideline also selected, so I'm going to shift deselect that one. Okay, so now I have a pathway selected, and I'm going to choose this follow me tool, which is this one, follow me, and then I can click on the cross section that I'm going to extrude along my pathway, and if I just click on that, it does that, which is pretty cool. And you can devise your own pathway and make it do whatever shape profile you want. And it's basically an extrusion. So if we have a pan around, and remember when you're using the orbit tool, you can use shift and it will switch to pan. Just gives you a bit more flexibility without having to change the tool all the time. So click gives you orbit, shift click, and drag gives you pan. Okay, so that was a pentagon and extruded into following the path that we chose. Okay. Now I'm going to just pull that out of the way. Maybe I'll just set it. Clover Z, get rid of that one. Get rid of that. And also get rid of that line, which we don't want anymore. Now in terms of the pentagon, when you notice within Make it's a bit different to Free, in the polygon tool I can start drawing a polygon and then I can use the Option plus or Option minus to add more sides. Okay, so you can do any sides of a polygon there just by Option key and plus or minus while you're in the middle of drawing your polygon. Okay, escape. Alright, so now I wanted to show you how you can use the Follow Me tool to do spheres. I've got the circle over here that I've drawn. Go back into circle, and I'm going to do another circle that's centered on the same central point. So I'm going to start at that central point, but I don't want to do this one in the blue plane. I'm going to do it in oops, escape. Let's get out of that. Okay. Before I click, I need to click one of the other arrows to change the plane. So I'm going to do it in the green plane. Click to select the center. Make a circle. There we are. That'll do. Somewhere around there. Okay, so now I've got two intersecting circles which are perpendicular to each other, centered on the same point. Now, using the Follow Me tool, I can select this outer one as being the path that I want the inner one to follow. So select the path you want it to follow, select the tool, then go back and select the surface that's going to follow the path. Okay, so that's done is it's created a sphere very quickly, and I can get rid of the outer section. Delete that. Yeah, we're left with a sphere. If you triple click, you can see all the different surfaces that have made up that sphere. Okay, that's a really easy way of doing a sphere. Now if I go backwards to my circle, there is another way of if the circles are both centered at the same point, you end up with a sphere, but if the circle is offset, you're going to end up with a donut. So I'll just draw another circle. That's going to be in that green plane again. And here. Okay. So now, just as before, we choose the pathway, choose the tool, Follow Me tool, choose the circle that we want to extrude. Okay, and that makes the donut. So you probably experiment with a lot of different kinds of shapes to see what you end up with. Now, another thing you can do with the Follow Me tool is you can make a profile over here. Let's see, and over here. So we've got here, I've drawn a profile, and I have positioned it on the shape that I want it to follow. So rather than just making a round shape, I'm going to make this one a hexagon. So it's a column that's a hexagon. And so simply I can again choose the pathway, choose the Follow Me tool, and choose the surface that's going to be rotated. Okay, so that's a really great way of creating some interesting forms. Now go back to pan. So to draw a shape like that, it's easier if you're drawing in space if you actually have a surface to draw against, because it locks your lines onto a plane and locates them in space. So you can make, if you're wanting to do something like this, you can start off with a simple box to create yourself a drawing page, as it were. So draw a rectangle, pull it up to create a surface that you can draw on. Then you can go for it with your lines, draw a simple line. Okay, now I can get rid of this part, get rid of all these other parts that we don't need. So I'm sure there's a quicker way of doing this. I could probably group the box before I draw on it. Then I could delete the whole object. To try that next time. Okay, so now, once I've got rid of all these bits, maybe I'll make this a round one. So we're going to draw a circle to make a round path. And it's going to be in the blue plane, okay? So I use the up arrow to lock it to the blue plane. That's the circle. Okay, so now if I zoom out again, pan. There we go. Now, select the circle, select follow me, and voila. Okay, so that's a few simple follow me exercises which you can use this tool in free or make or pro. In the free one, it's grouped together under one of the other tools. I think it's under the push pull tool. You can find it there. So yeah, give it a try.